So I just drove to the library to return some movies before I head off to Oregon. And on my way there, I stopped at a traffic light, as one is supposed to do, yeah. It's this intersection where the main road goes like this, and the road I was turning onto branches off that way. So I'm sitting here at the traffic light, gonna turn left onto this road. And it's a green light, so I stop. And then people come in the other direction, they stop there. Now, I'm in a dedicated turning lane, so I don't have anybody behind me. I'm not blocking any lanes of traffic. And there's no protected left turn signal, so I just have to wait for an opening to go. Now, the light turns green right away, and so I look up the light, I see that it's green, I look over to where I'm going, and I wait for traffic to clear. And the guy's not going, and finally, after like a second or two, I look at him, and he's sitting there in his cab of his big Salvation Army truck going, it made me so angry. It's one thing to be nice to people while you're driving, okay? Yay, nice to people, that's good, that's cool, but, it's about 1:30 when I was out driving. And low traffic road during this time of day, there's only 2 people behind this truck. There's nobody waiting behind me. And I don't need him to let me go. I'm gonna get through this intersection just fine. It's not hard to make this left. It's an easy left to make. Now, in a situation where the person waiting to turn left is actually in a left or straight lane, and so they're blocking a lane of traffic that could be moving through, or in a situation where there's heavy traffic, there's space in front of you when the light turns green, and you wait and let people turn left first, because if you go forward and everyone else behind you goes forward and it blocks the intersection, then they can't turn. That sort of thing makes sense to let people go. But in this situation where there's just 3 cars there, only 3, and very low traffic, so as soon as they go by, I can turn left. It makes no sense to let me go first. I don't appreciate it. It's unexpected, and that is the point of this video. When driving, do not be unexpected. Be predictable. Safety in driving is about predictability. If I see a car that looks like it's going to pull out in front of me, I'm going to slow down just in case it pulls out in front of me. That way, when it does pull out in front of me, I'm not surprised. I'm not going however fast I was going before, and I don't plow into it. That wasn't the worst situation. That was exasperated by the fact that the guy got really pissed at me. The worst situation is when you're waiting to turn left at an intersection, and there's this big long line of cars going, and finally, right at the end of this big long line of cars, the last one stops to let you turn in front of him. By this point, you're resigned to the fact that you're waiting for traffic to clear, and you're looking ahead and you see, okay, behind that one car there, that's where I'm going to turn. Because there's this big old space, and it's going to be easy to do. So this line goes by, and then the last guy starts slowing down. You're like, what on earth is going on? Are you turning? You don't have your turn signal? And then they stop and signal for you to go. It's if you had just gone, I'd have already been through the intersection. But because you're slowing down, doing something that I don't know what you're planning on doing, I can't tell what it is, you're not being predictable. Because of all of that, it's now taken me longer to get through this intersection. Your trying to be kind to me has slowed me down and pissed me off. So, yeah. Be predictable. Be kind, yes, but make sure that the person you're trying to be kind to knows what you're doing. Because if you just sit there waiting for them to turn, they have no clue if you just haven't realized the light has turned green. If they're not looking at you, they aren't expecting you to do anything for them. So don't, because they're not going to see it. Just go. I think I probably have enough. I've ranted and gone in schizophrenia, ADD thing. So, I think I have enough. I'm done. Toodles.